Welcome to the very first episode of Eight Figure Focus. I'm your host, Ephraim Egbeli, CPA, Managing Director of EFS Group, PLLC, which is a virtual outsourced accounting and CFO firm where we help our clients manage their money so they can scale their business with confidence. We work with a lot of different small business owners, many of them in the seven-figure range, and we've compiled so much information from working with them, and I felt like it was meant to be shared, right? So this is one of the reasons why we're starting this podcast. Actually wanted to do a podcast since 2016, right? My very first podcast inspiration was Taxstone. If any of you remember his podcast, it was real popular back then, and it didn't even have like a video segment to it. It was all audio. But now we're in the video space, and I felt it was important to add that component to this podcast. So I'm excited to get started. So many of you who are watching are entrepreneurs who are successful, or you might be aspiring entrepreneurs. I think all of you are going to get a lot of information from these episodes that come up because we'll be interviewing a lot of different successful business entrepreneurs and specialists, right? So people who might not necessarily be full-fledged entrepreneurs, but they're consultants, they're experts, and they work with a lot of high-impact entrepreneurs. So I'm looking really forward to sharing a lot of the information that they have from all the years they've worked with their clients. I think one of the things that I always think about when it comes to business is if I'm operating at a certain level, how can I get to that next level, right? So if I'm a startup, how can I get to $100,000 in revenue, which is six figures? Once I get there, how can I get to seven figures in revenue, which is $1 million? And then once I get to seven figures, how can I get to eight, right? And I feel like at every different level of business, there's different things that you take away from it to help you get to that next level, right? Some of the things that you did and how you operated at one level will not be the same way that you operate at the next level. And I'm always in a chase for this information to figure out how can not just my business alone, but so many businesses that we work with operate at a higher level. What are we doing, or what are we not doing that we could be doing differently to help us really scale and grow, right? So that's going to be a real mainstay topic of discussion with a lot of the people that we bring on, right? How have they overcome the different hurdles that that have been placed in front of them to just continue scaling and growing, right? What are the things that are missing in their business to help them get to that next level, right? And by no means, myself and everybody who comes on this podcast, we're not perfect, but we're all searching for that answer. We're all in the quest of getting that information, just like you are. So I'm excited to start this podcast. I'm looking forward to everybody's input, right? So after every episode, it's going to be on YouTube. We're going to have social media pages. Make sure to leave some comments, talk about some of the things that you learned from that episode. Even ask questions that you might want answered on the future episodes, right? All those things are going to be important because it's going to help us to continue growing the podcast. It's going to help us to continue giving you the kind of content that you're looking for, which is in turn going to help you grow your business. Real quick, so we talked about EFS Group, right? And we were recently put on the Inc. 5000 list. We were number 816 out of 5,000 fastest growing businesses in the United States. And the reason why I'm even talking about that right now, right, is obviously I feel it's a huge accomplishment that we were able to get there, but it just shows that if you continue growing, if you continue applying the different principles that you've learned that are going to help you grow, right, which is some of the things that I think has helped us grow, not only is mindset changes, thinking about myself not just as a CPA or a CFO, but as an actual business owner, putting more structure in the business to help us continue to grow, hiring great people and bringing them into the company, even partnering with people, right, in different areas that you're weak in. These are things that have helped us grow 774% from 2018 to 2021, right? So this is definitely, it's going to be a lot of different conversations around what are the things that it takes to help us go to that next level. We're by no means anywhere near eight figures, But I feel like that's in our future, and we're just going to keep going, and we're going to keep serving people at the highest level. We're going to keep having fun with what we do. And for me, I don't even look at business as money, right? I look at it more so as, how can I impact another client today? How can I impact the current clients that I have, that I'm working with at the highest level, right? As I feel like if I operate at the highest level and I have my team operate at the highest level, all that other stuff, revenue and all those things will take care of itself, and it'll all come in, right? So it's good to have revenue as a goal, as something that's on the wall that you're shooting towards. But for me, business is not all about money, right? It's a small piece of it. For me, it's about really impacting the people that we serve. So I hope you guys enjoy every episode. You can follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, we're on all the different platforms at 8-Figure Focus, right? And when you go there, make sure to follow us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure that you make your presence felt. We definitely respond to every comment, and we look forward to hearing from all of you. Until next episode.